might be the greatest teacher in the world, but if you cannot pace your content, you're only going to get through a fraction of what you're supposed to cover. You still miseducating them children. You have to come up with your school calendar, curriculum calendar, what you're going to teach, school calendar. Are we going to operate the homeschool collective from August to May? Is it a September to June? Is it going to be a year-round collective? And I speak of collective because I think we have to get away from every parent trying to homeschool their own child because it's not feasible or convenient. You're working 2 jobs or even just a full-time job. Now you have to come home and teach the child. Why are you taking on that burden on your own when you got 20 other parents in the same boat? If everyone in here has a child at home they want to homeschool, then you create a collective. So she's the math teacher Monday. He's the science teacher on Tuesday. She does history on Wednesday. He's diet and nutrition on Thursday. He's African martial arts and physical fitness on Friday. I'm doing white supremacy on Saturday.
That's too, right.
Everybody contributes a little bit of their time, and all the children learn. There's another benefit to this, though. I am not a big fan of people teaching their own children all the time. And I'm going to tell you why. I have seen charter school parents damage the self-esteem of some of our children. You know why? We all have a parental arrogance that says that because this is my child, they're supposed to learn it this fast. Because it's my child, they're not supposed to make mistakes. So when you teach your own child, you end up being overly critical, too judgmental and demanding and perfectionistic that the child develop low self-esteem, depression, and all sorts of anxiety disorders. You understand? So I like the collective better because she can probably teach my daughter better than I can because she don't have the expectations, the unrealistic expectations that I'm putting on my own child. The collective is so much more better. So if y'all into the homeschool piece, then maybe you can help us organize that committee of the law.
The collective was definitely a part of it. It was definitely, because we were talking with Roz, she owns a community garden here, and possibly having the school on location at the garden to where the kids would be able to learn how to work in the garden and grow their own food and still be in the classroom. And it wouldn't just be one teacher, it would be a few people who are doing it. So that's a big part of something that I would love to help with, for sure. Yes.
Now, with the National Independent Black Parent Association, and you don't have to be a parent to be on it. Remember, in African culture, every adult is a parent. Because the children don't belong to their parents, they belong to the village.
Say that.
Children come through the parents, but they belong to the village. So there's no such thing as my children from an African context. It's always our children. Which is why many African cultures, there's no such thing as uncle and auntie. All of your mother's sisters are your mothers. And all of your father's brothers are your father. That's African culture. So with the parent association, it's going to be independent though. So we're not taking money from the school district or any white philanthropist. It's going to stay along Pan-African lines, self-determination. Okay, it's going to be African people teaching African children. But that's one committee. Another committee is special ed, to investigate the special ed abuse and fraud in Las Vegas public schools. How many black kids are in special ed in Las Vegas? What are they in for? Are they in for the speech and language impairment? Are they in for autism? Is it retardation? Is it the learning disability? Is it the emotional disturbance? How many deaf kids do we have in Vegas? How many blind kids do we have in Vegas? What about traumatic brain injury? What about mentally gifted, developmental delay, multiple disability? And are they getting the service that they are entitled to? You see, how many black kids in special ed full-time? And do they need to be in special ed full-time? You see, that's the special ed community. And then with the money, the extra money you get for putting them in special ed, what do you do with that money? And then we need to have a discipline committee. How many black kids are suspended on a daily basis from Las Vegas public schools? How many are expelled from school on average every year? And what are they being expelled for? Policy committee. What is the policy for black teachers in Las Vegas? Do they have a target? Is it 10%? Is it 20%? And how many black teachers do we have? And what is the school district doing to get more of them? You see, what is the residency policy? You live on the west side of Las Vegas. You want your daughter to go to school on the east east side. Principal don't give you the request. Why? Because that's not your zip code. But is there state law in Nevada that says that child can go to that school? No. It's only a district policy. A policy is a local operating rule or procedure. It is not state law. And we can change them if we organize. You see? And then we're going to have a finance committee to investigate the school district's budget. What are they doing with your tax dollars? Every school could use more money. But are you prioritizing the money that you have?